Like last time, I have generated AI versions of the art of Hearthstone cards. I'm going to show them to you, and you're going to try to guess which card it is from. Chat, what is this one? What card is this from? It is it's a card all the way from Classic. It's a pretty spicy card. It used to be considered the Hunter Legendary. It's got a beautiful, beautiful mane, I will add here. And the answer is Savannah Highmane, which I think, generally speaking, it's pretty good. So yeah, Savannah Highmane's pretty easy. Overall, you guys got it. Let's move on to the next one. All right, now this one might be a little bit harder. I'm gonna be honest. This one might put you in a little bit of a spell. That's your hint. It might put you in a little bit of a spell. What is this one? Another card that has saw a ton of play over the years. Not as much recently, and it randomly got nerfed from 3 mana to 4 mana, if you guys remember that. If you're as old as I am a straight boomer. It doesn't 100% match what the card is, but I think the general idea is definitely there, and you guys are getting it. It is Hex. He's kind of perched on something else. I'm not really sure what he's perched on, but he's perched on something. So excellent work. Hell yeah, guys. You love to see it. I'm glad everyone got that. On to the next one. It's only gonna get harder from here. Again, a card that has saw play over the years, saw a pretty drastic change in the last couple of years. This card went from being an actual playable minion into a hero card, which means you can no longer just summon this or generate it as a random demon. It's a hero card now. Maybe that's too much information, but yeah, it is Jaraxxus. The color palette is not exactly the same. It's kind of iffy. It doesn't really have the red around him. He's not like the Eridar Lord. It's like a Halloween costume, which is fine. All right, what about this one, chat? This card had, again, a card that's been around for a very long time. And I think this one might be a little bit more challenging because it's not like 1-to-1 of what the card actually looks like. When you look at the actual card, it's a lot more, I don't even know how to describe it. I'm gonna be honest, I lost my train of thought. And yeah, you guys are getting it. Yeah, it is Leper Gnome. That's what it is. Again, super weird. I literally put the exact definition of what a Leper Gnome was. So for this picture, I literally wrote Leper Gnomes are a diseased, twisted mutant race. That's why I put it as the actual description when the card was generating this. Again, another card that's been around for a very long time. Saw a resurgence in plays, sees resurgence in plays sometimes in the meta, depending on what it is. It's obviously, you know, one of those cards that can clear an entire board if you don't answer it. It's yeah, and it is Doomsayer. You guys are getting 100%. Honestly, it's pretty good, right? It's not exactly what Doomsayer looks like, but the description of a Doomsayer would almost match this 1-to-1. This card, again, been around for a very long time. Super interesting if you think about it. It kind of looks like a superhero for this one. I'm not really sure where the AI was going for this, but I think it did a pretty good job of what it was trying to go for. He is holding some weapons, even though I did tell the AI that the weapons were behind him. This is Gadgetzan Auctioneer. You know, looking back on this one, it's a little bit out there for sure, but it definitely did the job. This is a card that was pretty powerful when it was first released. It was very, very good. Obviously, you guys can kind of tell it's some kind of dragon. It's a big blue dragon. It's not Blue Eyes White Dragon though. It's a different video game for sure. And I mean, when you look at the color palette's there, right? Like when you look at the actual original art, it's pretty close on. But it seems like some people in chat are actually getting it. This is Kalecgos. This is Kalecgos, yeah. Kalecgos is the former leader in the aspect of the blue dragon something. So that's exactly what I put. Pretty spot on, honestly. Like the color palette's there. It kind of looks like it. This one's more mechanized, kind of like the Malygos was last time, but it did the job. All right, this one is, okay, chat, listen, I'm gonna have to ask you to keep your pants on for this one. I don't know why, but the AI was getting super horny for this one, okay? All right, what card is this? This card is very popular card. Very popular card. I think most people would say it's their favorite rogue card of all time. The name is not Mommy. Thank you for putting that in chat, but it's not Mommy, unfortunately. This is Tess Greymane. Yeah, it's Tess Greymane. I don't know why, but I tried really hard to describe what Tess was, and I feel like I did a pretty good job. She has like a crossbow on her arm, and it just couldn't figure it out. It literally couldn't. It was trying to make her into like, I don't know how to describe it. Anyways, it's Tess Greymane. Good job, chat. I'm really glad we got that civilized. It's really nice that none of you said anything horny in chat. It's really good for everyone. This is obviously some kind of weapon, and it used to be, I mean, I don't know if it's in standard right now. I don't think it's in standard right now. It's very good. One of the best weapons for sure ever to be released. It is from Classic. Now, you're probably asking yourself, it doesn't really look like what I'm thinking, and you'd be 100% right. And I promise you, I don't think any of you are gonna get this. So this one is actually Doomhammer. As weird as that may sound, it just could not figure it out what a Doomhammer was for the life of it. I tried very hard to kind of describe it. Again, impossible. What is this one? This one is a more recent card. It is a card that is in the Warlock class. It is a very good board clear if you have a certain hand size. It can win you the game. Listen, I even put the adjectives in there to try to describe it the best I can. But yeah, this is the entitled customer. I think some of you guys can actually get that. This is the 6 mana 3/2. Again, I think this one's fine. It could have been better for sure, but the other ones that it was giving me was just, it was a little bit too weird for my taste, if I'm just gonna be real with you. All right, on to the next one. Really, really hard here. It's clearly not some kind of animal that we see day to day, and probably pretty easy to name on a Hearthstone card, like 1-to-1. It is, it's been in the game for a very long time. Fun fact for you, some people may not even know this. This card is in standard right now. It is one of the classic cards. It is a Stranglethorn Tiger. Honestly, if it wasn't for the position that it's in, pretty good, pretty great. It is the Stranglethorn Tiger. This is when we start getting to the more spicy ones, all right? This is when we start getting to the ones that I think are gonna get a little harder for some of you guys. Some of you might know this card 100% of the time, and that's completely okay. All right, what about this one? This is a card that I think if you know what this is, it's very familiar. If you don't know what this is, God, you're gonna be sitting at this image like an idiot. But this is Jade Idol. I'm surprised how fast you guys actually got that. I think it's pretty good. It's there for sure. If you know what this art looks like, then 100%. But just on its own, it might look like a little weird for some people. All right, so this is the next one. Some of you might not be able to tell what this is, and I couldn't even describe it to you. Thank God the Hearthstone wiki has some kind of description for this. This is not a bunny. It's not a deer. It's not really whatever else you could probably describe it as. It's a weird thing called a Wolpertinger, and you guys are getting it in chat. Now, what do you guys think of this one? It's not bad whatsoever, right? I only had to do this one once, and I was like, wow, that looks just like it. Kind of crazy, right? What is this one? Again, this is a more recent card. It's not super new. It's somewhere in the middle. It came out a couple years ago. This card saw a lot of play at some point. It was extremely broken at some point. Well, maybe not because of the card itself, but because of the cards that, were added to the game. And I think overall it did a pretty good job of capturing what the card actually looks like. And this is Tortollan Pilgrim. God, I almost said Tortillion again. It's not obviously 1-to-1, but it did a good job. It's close enough. What card is this? So this one is, this is a very interesting one. Now, I am gonna show you the wiki of this card after, because the wiki of this card really makes it hilarious, because I did not know what this is. This is a card that is, I think, in standard right now. It was one of the most annoying cards of all time. Am I right? It has Divine Shield. It taunts. Yeah, so this card is Annoy-o-Tron. Now, I'm going to show you guys something, because I did not know this when I was making these videos, or this one specifically. I thought this was really interesting, so I'm just going to show. Matt Dixon, the guy who made this or commissioned this art, says, he was briefed by Ben Thompson to use his imagination to create the most annoying looking construct the gnomes could possibly come up with. Hold on, my cat is losing his mind. Give me a sec. I thought that was really cool. Like Matt Dixon created this thing. He had no other brief besides that, and I think he did a really good job of the original art, which I thought was really cool. What card is this? This is obviously a card that has seen a ton of play. In the original art, it does not have 2 horse heads, though. I will say that. I don't know why it has 2 horse heads. Look at the feet. What's happening here? It's going in 4 different directions. This is Mysterious Challenger. Now, I know what you're thinking. It doesn't actually look like Mysterious Challenger, and I would probably agree to that for a pretty good extent in this, right? For sure. But I think it kind of captures the whole vibe of mysteriousness and what the hell is going on here. And who is this person, by the way? We don't even have a face, right? On to the next card. It is a kind of looking like a chess piece, isn't it? Kind of looks like it's from a different game. This card, I believe, discovered you a spell and you would restore health equal to the mana cost of that spell. I think some of you guys are getting this. It was Ivory Knight. And I think overall, Ivory Knight looks pretty great for what it is. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next one here. Which one is this, chat? Which one is, what card is this? Now, I can tell you this right now. This was given to the first world champion of all time when it came to Hearthstone. It's not really flying. It's not really sitting. It's kind of somewhere in between currently. It looks pretty close to what it is. And some of you are getting this. This is Fiery Bat. Maybe the first hint was too easy. Like, so in the original Fiery Bat, right, he's definitely flying. It's much more like apparent that this is a bat than an actual cat itself, right? But I mean, the vibe is still kind of there, right? This one's pretty cool. I think, again, if you know, you know. If you play Battlegrounds, you're probably going to be a little bit more familiar with this card because I believe it's still in the format. What card is this? It's got we got to first analyze this. It's got an excellent top hat, first and foremost. And it's kind of surrounded by candles. It's a big boy, big guy. But you guys are getting this. This is Rat Pack. Rat Gentleman's a better way of calling it. This is what Rat Pack actually looks like. But yeah, he has a little bit of a hat, and so does this marvelous dapper rat also has one. This one, okay, I'm gonna be real here. This one might be the hardest one of the entire video. I've kind of saved it for last, but the last one in this video is great. The last one is so good. All right, you ready? What card is this? This is, I'll give you some hints because I feel like this one might be a little hard. This card's from Mage. It's been around for a very long time. It's some might say it's a classic. It does freeze. It will freeze whatever it damages. So, and some of you guys are getting this for sure. This is Water Elemental. Don't ask me how this is Water Elemental. I didn't make it the card, but I felt like it kind of did what I wanted it to. This version of it is like the Water Elemental, like, is everything. It didn't really reference the Mage unless you count this thing in the middle, which I'm not sure, but I kind of disregard this because it looks like it has like a mustache. Why does a Water Elemental freeze? You're asking the wrong guy here. I play Hearthstone. I don't know anything about World of Warcraft, but I'm sure someone in chat can answer that question or in the YouTube comments. Now this one is extremely interesting. Okay. Extremely interesting. This is, I want to say, one of the most hated cards of all time. One of, if not top tier, right? It is, this is the card that it's trying to be an imposter, right? It's trying to be a human. Greetings, fellow humans, is what I believe he says when he is played. And yeah, you guys are getting it. This is Convincing Infiltrator. Now, this one, honestly, was my favorite one because it looks so goddamn accurate, man. It's so close. It's actually like, it's not the exact face mask. It doesn't have the tentacles behind it either, but I mean, it's pretty close to what it is, right? Anyways, that is 21 AI generated art. Let me know how well you did in the Twitch chat or the comments down below. If you enjoyed this, thanks for watching. And I hope you subscribe for the next one. We'll probably do another one. Chat, say anything you want to YouTube real fast. And let me know if you guys want me to do another one of these. Do you guys like these? Should I do another one?